Look at this beautiful acai bowl. Oh my gosh, if you guys live in Sydney or ever come to Sydney, Fritologist does the best acai, not sponsored. I wish it was. They also have one in Bondi, but this is the one in Rozelle. And I kind of prefer this one. It's a bit of a random location, but they have more of a cafe space where you can actually sit at a table. Yum. I know the plastic container kind of sucks, but I did bring my own spoon, so yeah. And I always get extra peanut butter. You have to get extra peanut butter, otherwise I don't know what you're doing with your life. Oh my god, yum. There's someone sitting in the park car behind me, and I thought I'd found this really good spot where there was no one else, but now of course there's someone who's going to be watching me, but we're just going to try to ignore them. Oh, peanut butter is dripping. Oh, it's a bit cold. I think I have sensitive teeth. I literally just made eye contact with the guy behind me. Oh, the guy behind me got out now. He's standing next to the car. I don't know if this is better or worse. Oh, wait. There's someone else arriving. Oh my god, imagine if I just like witnessed a full-on, like a drug deal or something. Wow. This could turn into a whole other video. Oh, I think they're realtors. Looks like it. Now that I'm sitting here with this acai bowl, I'm wondering how people eat and talk to the camera at the same time. I guess you guys are just gonna have to deal with me talking with my mouth full, even though that's one of my pet peeves. I basically wanted to make this video because I'm flying to Germany on Monday, and I only found out about this 2 days ago on Tuesday, so it's Thursday today, and I'm flying out on Monday with my family. And as you guys might know, my family is moving back to Germany, and they were actually going to fly out on Friday, and they've changed their flights earlier to Monday for personal reasons. There's just something that's happened with my family, and that's also why I'm going over there. I don't really want to go into detail right now because it's very early days and it's quite personal, but I've basically decided to go with them on Monday, and I'm going to be in Europe for 4 weeks. So I'll be with my family probably most of the time. We're going to be in Germany, but then we're also going to the south of France for a bit, which will be amazing. The reasons that have made this happen are very sad, but I'm also glad that I have the freedom to go with my family and be there for everyone, and of course also spend time with them and just have a good time. I was going to go to Europe at the end of July, and now I'm going at the end of May. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a month and then come back here for a month and then go for a month again to Europe. So I just wanted to make a little video and tell you guys, and also chat about some other stuff, but it might just be a bit confusing because on Monday I'm going to be on a plane and then I'll be in Europe. And I have pre-filmed a few videos, not as many as I would like, because obviously I only knew about this or found out about this 2 days ago, but there will be a bunch of videos uploaded that were still filmed in Sydney while I'm over there, but then I'm also going to try to shoot and upload content when I'm over there. But I don't know how that's going to go, don't know what the internet's going to be like, I don't know what we're going to be doing, how busy we're going to be. So I just wanted to let you guys know, in case it's confusing, starting on Monday I'm going to be in Europe for a month, and then I'm going to be here for a month, and then again I'm going to be in Europe for a month after that. And yeah, I am looking forward to it, and I'm just happy to be going with my family for a little bit. I need to have some of this. I'm so hungry. I want to mix this. Usually when I get food, I want to mix everything so that there's like equal parts of banana everywhere and not just on the top. And any other stuff. The banana was just an example, but I like mixing my food, but this is very difficult because the container's so full. I didn't get a coffee because I've been going to bed quite early, like before 12 AM, which is an achievement for me, before midnight, and I've been waking up earlier because of that as well, and it's really nice, and I don't want to disrupt that cycle by now having a coffee in the afternoon. But yeah, was it yesterday? Yesterday I woke up at 7:30 and I'd set an alarm for 8, I think, but I woke up myself and I was awake, and I was like, wow, this is so nice, because I went to bed at like 10, I think. I do need a lot of sleep, but yeah, waking up before 8 AM, that does not happen very often for me, so I was very proud of that. I'm gonna take my lipstick off. That's usually something I do before I start eating. If I have any lipstick on, I always take it off because it kind of grosses me out how it mixes with your food and you basically eat it. So I know that it's on my lips all day anyways, so you probably end up eating a lot of it anyways, but I just don't like the idea of it mixed in with my food. Kind of grosses me out. I'm gonna have a look at some things that you guys wanted me to talk about. I know one of them, a bunch of you guys messaged me about the James Charles Tati thing, and I never thought that I would give my 2 cents about this, but since I'm doing like a Q&A video and you guys asked, I might as well. When Tati uploaded her video with the title Bye Sister, like, I just opened my YouTube, I just wanted to see what's new, maybe something interesting, but I wasn't expecting much. And then I see this video titled Bye Sister from Tati Westbrook, and I was so shocked that she actually did that and that she titled it Bye Sister. Oh my god, like, I was actually shocked. I watched the whole thing, and I have to say that when I watched it, I kind of was on, I mean, I'm not on any side right now, but I like believed her straight away and just believed everything that she said. And I think that's something that I kind of found from this whole drama, is that people, I think including myself, are way too quick to believe other people when it comes to really serious accusations. Because obviously, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'm really sorry. I'm not going to explain it because it's so long and I'm not that kind of channel, but you can look it up. Just look up James Charles, Tati Westbrook. But obviously she accused him of very serious stuff without much proof, and I kind of just believed her, and I think most people did. And I don't think that's right, and I think that leads to just a lot of issues. And you know, obviously now like James has come out and has basically, you know, like debunked most of the things that she's accused him of. Look, I think the whole situation was mishandled. I do think that James probably does have a massive ego. He's 19 and he's a millionaire and he has millions of people watching him, and I would not be surprised if he was a bit of a dick. I just think the whole situation was so messy, and I think a lot of people gave their, I mean, this is what I'm doing right now, but a lot of people didn't just give their 2 cents about it, but tried to stir more drama like other creators just to be a part of it, or, you know, to get clout or whatever you want to call it. And I think that's just so silly. I do think there's more important things to worry about. Obviously the things that he was accused of are very serious issues, but I don't know, I just thought it was very messy. And it was a bit entertaining, I'm not gonna lie, but now I'm just kind of done with it. It's weird, but it honestly, it kind of scares me. Not that I would ever do something I think that people could like call me out for, but the fact that your career can be gone like this is kind of terrifying. I mean, not that his career's gone, because he's obviously coming back from it, but you know, the fact that people can go online and accuse you of things that you may or may not have done, and millions of people will just choose to believe them without any kind of proof, including myself. Like, I just believed her, and now I don't know who to believe, to be honest. But I think to just blindly believe is wrong. Let's move on to a different topic. How much money do YouTubers really make from their videos? By the way, I just want you guys to know I'm sitting here with my pants fully open because they're very tight, and I want to enjoy my meal without feeling restrained. But to answer your question, it totally depends on, you know, the size of your channel and how you make your money. So I would say that there's 4 main ways. Number 1 is AdSense, which are the ads that YouTube put on your videos, which you have no control over what kind of ads those are, but you can choose if you want to run ads or not, and you can make some money through that. Number 2 is brand sponsorships, collaborations on YouTube, and then obviously I do those on Instagram as well, but that's number 2. I'm not leaving. People keep driving past me and like check in if I'm leaving or not because I'm sitting in my car, but I've fully just claimed this car park, I'm sorry. Number 3 is commission links. So you can set up commission links for websites like ASOS and such. So for example, when I do an ASOS haul, I will use commission links, and then if you guys buy anything through those, what was that? If you guys buy anything through those links, I make a small commission. So I think for ASOS it's 15 or 10%. And then the 4th way is, you know, merch, starting your own company, selling things, which I'm not really doing right now, or I'm not doing at all. So for me, it's those 3 main ways, and it depends if you do, you know, all of those, if you only do 1 or 2. But with AdSense, it's not a lot of money, I would say. So for me, I would say it's probably around $2 to $3 for every 1,000 views. So if there's a video with 10,000 views, that'll be like 20-30 bucks, which isn't that much if you think about it. But then again, if you know, get 1 million views every day, then that is a lot of money. So that's why I'm saying it depends on the size. Yeah, so for me, the AdSense is not my main income. It's kind of just a little sprinkle on top. Number 2, the sponsorships and the collaborations is where I make most of my money, and where I would say most YouTubers make most of their money. And again, this depends on the size of your channel, and I can't really disclose how much I get paid for sponsorships. I think there would be some legal issues with that, and it's also just extremely unprofessional. But you know, it can be, depending on the size of your channel, it can be $50 or a couple hundred, a couple of thousand. I have heard of people getting paid, you know, $500,000, $1 million as well. It really depends on how big your channel is, but I think people underestimate how much money there is going around in this industry. So just know that you can make a lot of money, and it can be a very lucrative business. And I think that's really important to always keep in mind when you are watching YouTube. And I know that for me, I only work with brands that I really like, and I turn down a lot of jobs, I turn down a lot of brands, I turn down a lot of money every day, because I would just rather have some integrity than make a bit more money. And that's something I hope that you guys know. But then also, I do know that there are some YouTubers who will just promote whatever just to make as much money as possible. And I guess everyone has to make their choices, but I think just keeping in mind when you're watching YouTube that there's a lot of money involved can help with certain things. And then number 3 is the commission links. Again, some people make a lot of money through that. You know, if you make haul videos that get 1 million views or something, lots of people will be buying the clothes. You get a big check from that. So it all depends on how many people watch your videos, really. And then number 4, the merchant stuff, obviously is very lucrative, but I wouldn't really know any specifics about that because I have never done it myself. There are actually websites where you can kind of calculate how much you potentially should be charging for a sponsored video. I'll link you guys one down below if you're interested, and I guess that could be a rough estimation, but then again, you never know, because I think some people charge a lot more than that. Other people don't know their worth and don't charge enough. So it's really, I can't answer the question with like one figure, obviously. And at the end of the day, it's also, you know, personal. You don't usually go around asking people, oh, how much money do you make? How much money do you make? You know, so I don't know. I hope that was somewhat helpful. How did you financially prepare to move out, and how does it compare to living with family? I've answered this before, but my parents do still financially support me, not to the extent where I get a credit card and can just spend as much money as I want, but they support me to the point where I can pay my rent and part of my groceries, and that's it. And I live in a very small apartment that I share with my boyfriend. So that's the situation right now. But when I first moved out, my parents weren't paying my rent or anything for about, I want to say like 8 months until I started uni. And when I started uni, they started supporting me financially in that way, just to make me be able to focus on uni. And then I quit uni, and then I basically said to them, you know, I'm quitting uni. I'm gonna try to do this full time. I really want to throw myself into this. If you guys don't want to support me financially anymore because I'm not at uni and, you know, now I'm working, that's fine. I'm gonna do this. I can look after myself. But they decided that they still wanted to give me some kind of financial support just so that I could really focus on building this, which I think is incredible, and that's something that I hope that I'm going to be able to give to my children. But basically, coming back to the point, I just wanted to lay everything out on the table and explain my financial situation. When I first moved out, it was all on me, and I don't think I really prepared myself financially. Like, I could have thought it through a little bit more, but I had a lot of money in savings just from working a lot when I was still in school. And I was already making money off social media, and I saved up a lot of money, obviously just living at home and going to school and not having a lot of expenses. And I spent a lot of that money when I moved out because we bought all new furniture. You know, like, you buy so much stuff that you never even think about when you move out. So I think just make sure that you have more than you need in savings, or, you know, that you have someone maybe supporting you or whatnot. But to answer the rest of your question, which was how does it compare to living with family, it's very different. It makes you feel very grown up, which I loved. And I moved out when I was 18 and I'm 20 now. I moved in with my boyfriend as well, so I wasn't like completely alone. So I guess it depends on that too. But I thought it was so much fun. I think it makes you feel, yeah, just more grown up, more independent. And I actually became closer with my family after moving out, because now every time that I see them, it's because I decided that I want to see them, if that makes sense. Obviously, if you live with your family, you probably see them every day, or, you know, no matter how much you see them, when you see them, it's because you live with them and not because you're actively choosing and going, oh, today I want to see mum and let's get a coffee. And it, for me, it developed more into like a friendship. Obviously, they're still my parents and I still see them that way, but you get more of that friendship level. At least that's what happened for me, which I love. So there are some things that I still miss about living at home. Like, for example, my family always did family dinner every night, and I have younger siblings, so not being a part of that anymore feels kind of weird sometimes. But then I just always make sure that I go and have dinner there once a week or something, so that makes it fine. But yeah, also like little things. I always took for granted that my mum always did my laundry, and I never thought about how much laundry she must have done for me until I moved out and started doing my own laundry. So that was something. Thank you, mum, for doing all my laundry all these years and washing my clothes. Like, I always knew it was my mum doing it, but I think I never grasped how annoying of a job it actually is until I did it myself. The next question is, do you get fillers? I don't know if you mean lip fillers or like cheek fillers, or I guess it doesn't really matter because I don't get any fillers. I've never gotten any fillers. I've never gotten anything done for that matter. I'm not always happy with what I look like. I have my insecurities. I have bad days, but for now I want to try to accept myself the way that I am and try to resist the urge to get certain things done to adhere to impossible beauty standards. That's just my take on it. I still believe that, well, I kind of have two sides of me. The one side of me believes that everyone should do whatever the fuck they want, whatever the fuck makes you happy. You have this one life, and if getting your lips done makes you feel happy and empowered, I want you to go do that. But the other side of me feels so sad that so many young girls feel the need to get these things done because they think they're not beautiful enough, and it makes me sad. And it also kind of annoys me because by getting those things done, you are kind of feeding into those, you know, unrealistic beauty standards, and you are contributing to that society and to those standards. And, you know, I think all of us agree that the standards are messed up and we want it to change, but if we don't change them, like if we just keep going with it and we keep, you know, getting all these things done to meet those standards, they're never going to change. So I think at some point you have to accept that we have so much power and we have the power to change those unrealistic beauty standards and get rid of them. But it's not going to happen if we, you know, keep adhering to them. So I'm very split about it because I do still believe in, you know, do what makes you happy, but does it really make you happy? I don't know. I don't know. I'm really struggling with this eating and talking at the same time thing. It's not working out for me. What's the thing you like least about your job? I hate complaining about my job in any way because I always cringe when I see other YouTubers or influencers, I hate that word, do it. Because really, this is an amazing job. It gives you so much freedom. It's so much fun, and I'm just so happy that I am able to do this as a job. But I think probably what I don't like so much is negative response to, you know, any of my content does really affect me. And I'm not just talking hate comments, but, you know, when a video doesn't get as many views, it makes me just question everything. And it doesn't always happen, but it happens sometimes, and that's something I really don't like, is that it can make me feel quite insecure about myself, this job. And you're in this industry where people that are my age or younger, you know, are making millions and are just making these big moves, and that's what you compare yourself to constantly, which is not healthy. So that's something I don't really like, but it's something that you just, I think, learn to cope with. At least I have. And you do learn a lot about yourself through that process, and I think it makes you a lot stronger just as a person. But I think you definitely have to kind of know your values in this industry and also have a good kind of group of people that are always going to stand behind you and that maybe aren't necessarily in the industry. At least that is something that keeps me really grounded. And I think when you see some people going off the rails or, I don't know, just kind of losing it online, you can tell that they don't have that core like support system behind them, and that maybe they also don't really know what their values are. Have you experienced / witnessed any negativity or awkwardness at Fashion Week? So much. So much. I think I made just a brief Instagram post about it because last year was my first Fashion Week. I went for the first time. I was so nervous and so excited, and I was shocked by how much awkwardness and how much negativity there really is. It's almost like a high school. I mean, my high school wasn't even that bad. It wasn't that cliquey because it was a tiny school, but the standard, like the typical high school experience where you've got all these cliques and groups, that's kind of what it's like. And you have like the popular people and then people trying to get in with the popular people, and you just you see so many people who think that they are just the best on this planet because they're at Sydney Fashion Week, and I'm just going, it's like, you don't matter more just because you're going to the show. Like, I don't matter more because I'm sitting in this front row here. Like, it's irrelevant in the grand scheme of things, and I think some people forget that. And also I always think, you know, it's not like we're at Milan Fashion Week or New York Fashion Week. Don't act like you're on that level. That's the biggest thing that I saw at Fashion Week, is these massive egos, like people just thinking they are like gods, or I don't know, like they're not even human anymore, because like it's so strange. And then you see so many people trying to get in with those people, and you see a lot of people trying to social climb, and it's a lot of, you know, everyone staring everyone up and down and bitchy looks, and it just, I cannot deal with it. And the first time I went, like I said, I was really shocked, and then this year I knew exactly what to expect. I set the bar really low, and I said I'm just gonna go for the fashion, and that's it, and just have fun, and just, if someone's rude, I'll just laugh at them in my head. I did have a positive experience, but it surprised me a little bit because I set my bar so low, and I actually met a lot of people that were really nice. There were still those, you know, negative experiences and all that awkwardness, but I just focused a lot more on the people that were actually really nice. And yeah, it's just a lot of people wanting to be seen by others and, you know, get their picture taken, and it's kind of a shame because I feel like most people don't even go for the fashion anymore. I don't know. I'm probably gonna end this video here because I actually just wanted this to be like a super quick video, but I've been filming for over 45 minutes, and yeah, I actually didn't want it to be that long. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and just know it might be a little bit confusing with my travels, but I'm always gonna keep you guys up to date with everything on Instagram. So if you don't follow me there, you will know where I am. If you want to know where I am, just follow me on Instagram. But yeah, there will be regular YouTube content while I'm away. I'm gonna make it work somehow, I promise. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video, which hopefully is gonna be up on Sunday, but don't take my word for it because that's something that I do all the time. I'm always like, new videos coming tomorrow 6 p.m. and then it's 6 p.m. and there's no video, and it takes me like 3 more days to upload it. So don't take my word for it, but I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys have a good night. Bye.